Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on. What sort of players were around you at Villa at that time?
Fabian Delph, Jack Grealish, Ashley Westwood. What a player he was, by the way.
Under the radar, that guy. Yeah, really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Every time we played him, even at Burnley, just proper player, wasn't he?
And Delph is another one of them Hendersons.
Yeah.
People don't appreciate what a leader he was.
Yeah.
And then that was Grealish's breakthrough. Yeah, we got to the FA Cup final that year.
Oh, wow.
Who did you play in the final that year?
Got tonked off
Arsenal. Yeah, it was Arsenal. It was like 4-0 or something, wasn't it?
FA Cup record's atrocious. 4-0, 6-0 have been done.
Oh, Watford, of course.
Obviously, yeah. 10-0 down, mate.
Yeah, it must be a quiz question in there somewhere.
Oh, my golly gosh.
You bet you were buzzing you were on the bench that day at Watford, weren't you?
No.
Poor Gomi.
Oh, poor Gomi. To be fair, if it weren't for Gomi, it'd have been about 10-0 in that game as well. He made loads of saves that game. Right, I want to talk about England. I want to talk about your England career. 13 appearances for the Three Lions. But it wasn't always just sort of plain sailing, was it? We touched on it in, again, harping back to the Cycling GK blog we did. It wasn't always plain sailing for England, was it?
For me personally?
Yeah.
Nah, especially towards the end. I was going through poor form at United.
Yeah.
And then, when I was getting called up, there was stuff like petitions to say don't call. Not to the scale of what Maguire's going through now, but a little bit. And it was quite new at that time that your own fans would proper turn at United and England. It was a bit difficult to deal with.
How old would you have been at that point?
24.
Yeah, mid-20s.
How did you deal with? How did you cope with that? Because a 24-year-old guy.
Yeah, poorly. I was mentally a bit fragile at the time. I was doing well, but I weren't established in United. You know, when you're always sort of like 10th, 11th pick.
Yeah,
you always feel like you're trying to prove yourself to someone. And I was always like that at United and England. And when you're feeling like you're failing to do that, I dealt with it poorly. I was proper like off social media, not leave the house.
Really? Does it get that deep?
Yeah,
that you're worried about going out and doing stuff, even going for dinner and stuff like that?
Yeah, you'd probably say the same. I think it's always better when you play for a team and live outside the city.
Yeah, without doubt.
Whereas I was a United player living in Manchester. Yeah. We were 7th in the league after winning it and playing for England. I was more just like batten down the hatchet, stay indoors. I think if I was late 20s, I would have had the tools to deal with it a lot better. But the start of the England career was great. I played a lot of qualifiers. I was gutted I never played a major tournament.
Really, yeah.
I think I played something like 10 out of the 12 qualifiers and hit bad form at the wrong time and missed Brazil.
This was 2012 you made your debut.
Yeah, and
the World Cup was 2014. Yeah, because all your appearances came pretty much in that 1 year, didn't they?
Yeah. In that one qualifying campaign, yeah.
What manager did you have at England?
I started off with Capello, but never played under him. I was meant to make my debut the night the riots. Remember the game got called off for the London riots?
Oh, blimey now,
yeah. I was meant to play that night. I think that was under Capello. And then played all 13 under Hodgson.
Oh, okay. What did you make of Capello in the short time you were there with him?
I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest. Listen, I know now it's not an easy job, but whereas like Van Gaal, all right, didn't work for me, but I could see greatness. Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed under Capello, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the same page, mate. I've said a few things about, like, I just didn't... For me, I've said this so many times, I'm going to say it again. I just feel like he just didn't have enough respect for you as a human being.
Yeah.
I felt like he was there and he felt like he was a big old school teacher and he could talk to you however he wanted and that was it. You had to smile and go, yes, sir, not a problem. And I didn't buy into it.
Yeah, I mean, I went there maybe expecting some unbelievable sort of defensive structure or something different from Italian cultures, and it was defensive football, but the person didn't. I feel like he didn't even know my name, or he wasn't the one who'd called me up.
He didn't know Joe Hart's name, mate. You used to call him John. True story. It's a true story, by the way. You used to call him John.
Yeah, and there was just no personable touch there at all. Yeah. And, but again, it's hard to criticise someone who's had his career.
Yeah, sure.
But that's something that happens. Sorry, just going back to like the petition side of it. I remember, and it was like the media always make it bigger than it obviously is, because it was. I even just had a little Google earlier on, and it was like 3,000 fans sign it in the first day, and you go 3,000 fans. That's the Man City lot.
It's nobody.
That's nobody.
Yeah.
But it was really built up into something it wasn't. So like over the years, I watched a Peter Crouch documentary recently, and you really feel for him, because you said people were really on at him for being a bit different, playing for England. With Harry Maguire at the moment, and then
I want to know what. This is again. It's really tough for Harry Maguire, right? Because he lives in Manchester. He's in an underperforming Manchester United team. Yeah, he's not playing week in, week out, but he does still get called up for England, and he plays, and he always does well when he plays. He scored an own goal in the last game, but it can't be helped. It's one of those things. How mad is football at this moment in time when players? You can see it in his eyes. He's genuinely scared to take to the field at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of sort of, we build people up, so at the first...
Happy to knock them down.
Happy, and enjoy it when they're on the way down. That's what I get. I feel like the press are enjoying this.
Yeah.
Which ain't nice. Obviously, it ain't nice for him, because at the end of the day, he's from Yorkshire. He was captain Man United and played more than 50 games for England, playing 2 World Cups. He's a massive success.
And been fantastic for England in the World Cup.
Team of the tournaments, by the way.
Yeah.
He's been in 2 team of the tournaments at World Cups.
Yeah. Listen, he's probably the first one to say, I've lost form, I'm not performing to the level of a Manchester United player. He's been took out of the team for that.
Yeah.
That should be it. You shouldn't get absolutely battered
pummeled
on a daily basis because of that. He didn't choose the transfer fee. He's not going to reject the wages, and he's been taken out of the team for poor form. That should be it. That should how it works. It's a shame that it's not. And I just hope he still feels like he's a success story, because lad from Yorkshire, I know he is. Yeah,
I hope it turns around for him. He deserves it. He's a good lad by all accounts as well.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.